Hello friends, welcome to CrackGate CSE, and in this series of algorithm we have completed matrix chain multiplication in the previous video. So in this video we will be discussing some previous year gate questions on matrix chain multiplication. So I'm having these two questions, one came in 2011, another came in 2016. So before practicing these questions, if you have not checked my previous video on matrix chain multiplication, watch that video first, then you can come and practice these kind of questions, right? So before starting this video, I would like to request you all, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get an update whenever I am uploading any new video. So now start with the first question. So in question it was given that four matrices M1, M2, M3 and M4 of dimensions P into Q, Q into R, R into N, S into T. So these are the four dimensions of these four matrices. And here it is given that it can be multiplied in several ways. That means these four matrices can be multiplied in several ways with different number of total scalar multiplication. So we know that in matrix chain multiplication, if we are multiplying a chain of matrix, it is possible to do it in a different ways, which will give you the different number of scalar multiplication number. So here they explained the same thing what we did in matrix chain multiplication, that when we are multiplying M1 with M2 and M3 with M4, then combinedly we are multiplying these two matrices, then the total number of scalar multiplication is pqr+rst+prt, because for M1 and M2 the dimensions are pq and qr. So if we multiply M1 and M2, the dimension will be pqr, right? So if we multiply M3 M4, dimension will be rst by this, and when we multiply these two together, the dimension will be prt. Similarly, if we are multiplying in that way, then the dimensions will be this. So this is just kind of definition of matrix chain multiplication. So here they gave us the value of P, Q, R, S and T, so that we can have the dimensions of these four matrices. Now we have to find out what is the minimum number of scalar multiplication required if we multiply these four matrices. So see. So what are the four matrices? M1, M2, M3, M4 are the four matrices, and these are the dimensions. So I write down the value of P, Q, R, S and T and mentioned it here. So the M1 dimensions became 10 by 100, 10 into 100, M2 is 100 into 20, M3 is 20 into 5 and M4 is 5 into 30. Now we have to solve. So I am using a tree method that I explained you in the previous video. So there are how many different ways to multiply this. One way is that I am keeping M1 on one side and multiplying all these three together. Another way is I am multiplying M1 and M2 together and M3 and M4 together. Similarly, another way is M1, M2, M3 together, then multiplying with M4. So this is the sub multiplication of matrix, sub chain we can say. So we have to take care of this sub chain also. That means once I am taking M2 multiply with M3 M4, and another I am taking M2 M3 multiply with M4. Similarly I expanded this particular subdivision. Now we know that in matrix chain multiplication we have to start from the bottom. So here you can see that I am starting from this particular bottom and will be going onto the top and right. So this is a kind of depth first search, right? Depth first approach. So first we will be dealing with M3 M4. So the dimensions of M3 M4 is 20 by 5 and 5 into 80. So if I multiply M3 and M4, we will be having 20 into 5 into 80 number of multiplication. So it will be nothing but 8000. So 8000 is for this particular part, right? Now this is one matrix, this is another matrix. We have to multiply these two together. So the dimension, new dimension of M3 and M4 will be 20 by 80, and M2 the dimension is given as 100 into 20. So multiplying these two dimensions, 100 into 20 into 80, this is 1,60,000. So this totally, now we have to add these two values. because the total number of multiplications in this particular part is this plus this, so adding them it will be 1,68,000. Similarly here, first of all I will be multiplying m2 m3. So m2 is having dimensions 100 into 20, m3 is having 20 into 5, so this one is same. So the number of multiplication will be 100 into 20 into 5, which is nothing but 10,000. So we got the new dimension of m2 and m3 as 100 into 5, right? So m4 dimension is 5 into 80. So now I am combining, finding out the dimensions required to multiply this particular matrix with this matrix. It will be 100 into 5 into 80. So we got 40,000 here. So if I add this 40,000 with this 10,000, I will be getting it as 50,000. Now among these 50,000 and 1,68,000, 50,000 in minimum. So I got 50,000 to multiply these three matrices. Now we have to multiply this m1 with this matrix. So this is having dimension as 10 into 100. We got the dimension of this particular because 100 into 80. So this is the dimension, right? So now multiply it. So we'll be getting 10 into 100 into 80. 10 into 100 into 80. So what it will be? It will be 80,000, right? So if I add this 80,000 with this 50,000, I will be getting 1,30,000 for this particular branch. Similarly, I have to execute for this. So for m1, m2, I will be getting as 10 into 100 into 20, right? This is nothing but 20,000. For m3, m4, I will be getting at 20 into 5 into 80, 20 into 5 into 80. So I will be getting as 8,000, right? Now if I add these two, I will be getting 28,000. But now I have to multiply this with this. So this one is for m1, m2, this one is for m3, m4. But now I have to combinedly multiply. So m1, m2 is having dimension as 10 into 20 and m3, m4 is having dimension as 20 into 80. So what it will be? It will be 10 into 20 into 80, right? So it will be 800 into 20, which is nothing but 16,000, right? So if you add 16,000 with this 28,000, what it will be? 44,000. So we got 44,000 here. 20,000 plus 8,000 plus this 16,000, 44,000. Now I have to find out for this third part. So here m1, m2, m3. So expand it like this, m1 then m2, m3, same way here. So m2, m3 has to be multiplied first. So m2, m3 if I multiply, it will be 100 into 20 into 5, which will be equal to 10,000, right? So this will be equal to 10,000. Now m2, m3 dimensions are 100 into 5. See, 100 into 5. m1 dimensions are 10 into 100. So I have to combinedly multiply them. So if I do that, what it will be? It will be 10 into 100 into 5. What it will be? It will be 5,000. So 5,000 with this 10,000, it will be 15,000 for this part. Now do for that. m1, m2, we got it as 20,000. So here you can see that it is 15,000. Here it is already greater, so not solving it further. So 15,000 for m1, m2, m3. Now I have to multiply it with m4. So the dimension for m1, m2, m3 will be 10 into 5, and for M4 it is 5 into 80. So if I multiply it, it will be 10 into 5 into 80, because this is same. So what it will be? 4000. So if I add this 4000 with this 15,000, this will be 19,000. So what is the minimum number of multiplication among these three branches? 19,000 is the right answer. So here you can say, is there an option? Yes. So 19,000 is the right answer. Similarly, we can find out the solution for the second question. So second question is quite simple. There are also 4 matrices are given along with these dimensions, and they directly asked what is the minimum number of scalar multiplication required to find the product of this. So you can try it in the same way. So these are the matrices along with the dimensions. So I just tried to multiply it. Here I got it as 1500. You can just try to solve it by your own. You will be easily getting, and in case if you are facing any problem, you can just refer this particular solution. So here I got 1500, and when I was multiplying a1 a2 and a3 a4, here I got 1000, here I got 1000. So this 1000 and 1000 is 2000 itself. After that I have to find out the multiplication required to multiply this with this. So it will be obviously more than 1500. So not solving this. So this way you can minimize your work, right? So this is the way you can minimize your work. Similarly, if you expand this particular side, it will be 2000. So the answer for this particular question will be 1500, right? So this is how you can find out the right answer. So if you found this particular video useful, like this video, share it with your friends, and you can just tell me your opinion, your feedback in the comment box, so that I can work more hard for you. I can create more useful videos for you. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for watching. Keep supporting, keep learning. Have a great day.